Modern Warfare 2 is finally out, and after the disastrous launch of Battlefield 2042 and the last cold installment Vanguard, you would think that this time the biggest gaming company would come better prepared. But as always, there has to be some disappointment involved. It's like AAA games release games in early access that lack a ton of crucial features just to be added in DLCs without caring for the community too much. But don't get me wrong, Modern Warfare 2 is a good game, probably the biggest COD by now, because this does have a bit of something for everyone. And even with that, the game still has some serious issues, so today I want to give you guys my honest opinion on the game, the good and the bad of the newest COD installment. So as always, drop a like and a comment for the mighty algorithm, and let's get this. And first we have animations. This year COD really nailed this really well, as animations are extremely impressive, and I have to give a huge thumbs up to Infinity Ward for this. From weapon handling to vaulting to executions and jumping, animations are top notch and may be one of the best parts of Modern Warfare 2. They really did put a lot of work into this. We did see some videos from behind the scenes, and everything that they've done with animations is just incredible and are top notch right now. Next we have content, and here again it feels like Modern Warfare 2 is miles ahead of its competition, because as I said, there's a bit of something for every type of player. We have tons of new modes, quite a few maps, guns, unlocks, sadly no hardcore mode at launch, but fear not, this will drop with Season 1, which is in 2 weeks. And let's not forget, we're gonna get Warzone 2 and DMZ as well, which will definitely make this COD the biggest one ever. So if you're looking for a game with quite a bit of content, Modern Warfare is definitely the right choice for this. Sound is another really impressive part of Modern Warfare 2, and it feels like a really huge step forward from its predecessor, Modern Warfare 2019. Gun sounds are punchy, footsteps are better, and just overall ambient sounds are really well created to make this feel like a more realistic game. But again, here I feel like they could have done a bit more when it comes to the audio profiles, at least, like in 2019, but I guess it was just a bit too much to ask. Sometimes the audio can be a bit all over the place, but nonetheless it definitely sounds amazing, and Modern Warfare 2 really hit the spot with this one. Weapon customization this year received a major upgrade as well, being the most complex and impressive ever, but I can't help the fact that the menus for the gunsmith are super confusing and annoying most of the time. Don't get me wrong, the idea is great, but it feels overdone, to be honest. There are way too many sub-menus to go through and can be pretty pain finding whatever you want sometimes. But nonetheless, the Gunsmith 2.0 just feels like a massive improvement over the last one, even though it has all of these annoying sub-menus that will pretty much keep you confused all the time. But I feel I've said enough about the good stuff of the game, and now it's time to talk about the real problems and issues with Modern Warfare 2, and definitely here are quite a few, and they can be really annoying, and I'm pretty sure that 90% of the community will agree with me on this. And the first we have performance, and I know this is a PC problem, but it feels like every AAA game released in the past years have had performance issues, and Modern Warfare 2 has some really big ones. Stutters and lag happen every game, and players with really high-end PCs struggle to get decent frames sometimes. I myself have a friend with a 3080 Ti and cannot get more than 20 FPS even in the menu. Tried everything possible and couldn't fix anything. For PC games, performance is definitely one of the key elements for a smooth experience, and Modern Warfare 2 right now needs a bit of work in this department. And I'm really scared for Warzone 2 because that is gonna be a much bigger map with a lot more players than Ground War, and if performance is gonna be an issue there, then we're gonna have a real problem. But let's hope the devs will manage to do something about this, and they have the new map pretty well optimized. The game nonetheless is decently optimized, but we have those annoying stutters, and they really need to be addressed, as it happens mostly when you're fighting someone and can definitely ruin the experience on PvP. Next up we have SBMM, which is probably the most hated feature of COD games nowadays, because as soon as you have 1 or 2 good games, well, that's fun done. You will get queued up with really good lobbies and the sweat is gonna intensify by 1,000 pretty much, so I feel like SBMM needs to go down a bit or have it separate in a ranked mode. Right now it's really hard for a casual new gamer to enjoy more than a few games at a time, but again this feature will probably not gonna go away anytime soon, and we're gonna have to learn to live with it. Next we have missing features, another really talked aspect in AAA gaming lately. Modern Warfare 2 released with a lot of missing features, like stats for example, where you could see how many kills you have, what's your KD, and what awesome things you achieved in the game. Other things like weapon stats. I put on attachments on a weapon, I see a bar go down and up, but I don't know by how much. Things like this really make a game feel more complete, and for some reason Modern Warfare 2 feels like an early access game right now with all those things missing. It's just sad to see that we have those in the previous games, but nowadays they basically refuse to add them or just say they don't have enough time, and they drop later in a DLC form or something like that, which is pretty annoying to see in gaming lately. UI is another controversial thing about Modern Warfare 2. It was definitely improved a bit since the open beta, but it's still really bad. There's like a billion menus that you have to go through and you will get lost in. It feels like all you do is just scroll and scroll and scroll forever. Sadly, I don't think much will change when it comes to UI, but I hope that I'm wrong. Keep in mind that this COD is gonna stay here for 2 years, and if we're gonna have to deal with all this UI every single time we play the game, well, that's gonna be bad news. I really hope Warzone 2 will not have all this stuff and just keep it as simple as it was before. TTK is another huge hated aspect of the game right now, because sometimes it feels like you die in one hit, sometimes you feel like you put 30 bullets in someone to die, which is pretty inconsistent if you guys think about it, and I don't know, sometimes it feels like it's blazing fast and really ruin the experience, because you're not gonna have enough time to react to someone shooting at you and you're probably gonna go down. I know it's a COD game, I know TTK has to be as low as possible, but I feel like this time is just worse than before. And the long range fighting with ARs and stuff like that really make for a weird experience. As I said, sometimes it feels like you're putting like 30 bullets in someone and they don't go down, and then they just turn around and hit you one time in the face and you're done for. So I feel like TTK is a bit all over the place right now and definitely needs a bit of improvement, but I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for a few more patches how this goes, but right now it just doesn't feel right. But I'm gonna stop here. There are a lot more things to be talked about, like graphics, which are definitely not the greatest for a 2022 game, because, well, we have some really nice details, the graphics don't look too great, and again, we don't have too much color. I don't know what's up with COD games lately not having enough colors, but I know they want to keep it more realistic pretty much, but the colors just look a bit washed out for me right now. But again, I think these are my pros and cons of Modern Warfare 2. The game is definitely fun for me, especially because it implemented a more tactical playstyle, which I'm a fan of, but even with that, the game still is pretty rough around the edges with a lot of things to be desired. The fact that Season 1 will drop really soon alongside Warzone 2 and DMZ is a great thing as well. It means even more content soon, but sadly this will probably have a bad impact on the main game itself, as most players will switch over to Warzone, so I feel like Warzone 2 release could have been put a bit later, maybe like December or early 2023, to give Modern Warfare 2 a better chance, but hey, hopefully it goes well because we all have high hopes for Warzone 2. So I want you guys to drop your thoughts down below. What do you think of the new game? Do you like it? Do you not? What would you like change? And all that kind of stuff. For now, that's it. Thank you all for watching. As always, make sure to drop a like and a comment for the mighty algorithm and subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay safe and have fun.